Yep, congratulations! Monica Vandam has earned the bronze medal for completing one campaign. Yep, we need to go back and complete the other paths. I will be doing that.
Woo-wee!
The Cosmoland Challenge campaign, I was hoping that you'd be able to unlock hard mode for both. But this means I'm going to have to beat all of Black Hole Rising off camera. What I will be doing is, I'm going to be skipping the final cutscene to get my full reactions to it in the hard mode run.
Hey there!
Yeah, I thought you'd unlock Clone Andy from beating the Advance Wars 1 campaign, because I guess technically speaking, like, Clone Andy is considered dead at this point. It's implied that he kind of melts after Sturm is gone. Whereas our first encounter with him didn't result in that. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what I can purchase.
Now that's what I'm talking about!
Oh, hey, he congratulates you. That's cool. Yeah.
Alright.
And you know, they're gonna start getting along just in time. Just in time. Because Sturm is gonna come back and... Oh, it only costs 1. I guess they don't really want to have him, you know, have you paying to torture yourself. CO Dossier.
It's yours.
Okay. Don't actually know what that is. I guess I'm going to go ahead and check that out. Clone enlisted! The sad thing is, as I said, if you play him in Advance Wars 2 mode, you don't get Andy superpower, so he's kind of handicapping yourself. So, what is the CO Dossier? Oh, why CO Dossier, okay. Okay, so it's just the info of everyone that you have. Okay, that's not really all that special, but, that's kind of okay that you have the option to look at it here whenever you want. And there are more COs that we haven't met yet. And we'll be seeing them once we go to Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. By the way, you don't actually have to beat the first campaign to unlock this. It'll just warn you of spoilers if you try to play it first. But, before we go to Black Hole Rising, we need to settle things with Eagle once and for all. And for that, I need to complete all of the other route splits. So... It's the Advance Wars 2 title screen theme! And the Advance Wars 2 menu theme. You can't tell, but I am smiling so much and headbanging along with this music. Because yeah, this is definitely my jam out of the 2 menu themes. I was definitely a Black Hole Rising guy growing up, and I love this menu theme so much. But anyway, we're going back to Advance Wars 1, sadly, because we've still got unfinished business here. So if you look... Well, actually, no. This was my attempt at finishing the final battle in 4 days, but the strategy from the original didn't really work, so I'm going to discard this. Yeah, see, now it actually shows next missions as, like, Max's Folly, Olaf's Navy, all the ones that I'm missing. And if you just look here, you'll see that all of the other route splits popped up on the map independently, and you can actually do them in any order. Now, since in Advance Wars 1, the story scenes for each mission took place on the map right after that mission appeared, it means that we don't get to see the story scenes leading up to any of these. However, most of the Blue Moon ones are the same as the original, and I'm pretty sure the Green Earth arc on-map story sections are exactly the same on every route. So, no need to worry about missing out on those. Again, there may be some slight differences in the Blue Moon arc. Mostly, the whole thing about Olaf going to his benefactor happens a little later, because Olaf is more of a focus of this, and yeah, this is what we'll be moving on to now with the Andy version of Max Strikes. The seas ahead are rough and uncertain. Can Andy turn the tide? Unlike the Max one, this is actually a base mission. And yeah, it's been a long time since we saw Olaf, but we're going to be seeing a lot of him from here on out, because this is really the Olaf route. In the original, you'd have a chance to get Olaf in the final battle if you took this path, which was generally not a great idea, but still.
Okay, kid. Do you think you can keep up?
I'm not a little kid.
So, yeah, yes, the boats are the things without tires. Yeah, this map actually looks kind of bigger than it did in the original to me. But anyway, this time Max is kind of taking on the mentor role. Thankfully, we still get the story scenes on these missions. Let's just skip the tutorials now. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to explain airports later.
Do you need me to explain?
Nope, no submarines. So again, yeah, Andy being more of a... Max being more of a mentor here, so... Yeah, this mission, Olaf has a whole bunch of battleships at sea, and we are still probably going to make a push for the HQ. He has 2 medium tanks in the way of us getting there, and also, he has a couple of bases. They're fortunately in more of a position to be threatened than they were in Blizzard Battle. I still think Blizzard Battle is by far the most difficult fight against Olaf. Okay, as long as I don't put my medium tank in range of, the battleship, I should be okay here. Now, it's going to be a little annoying if my medium tank gets shot before anything else. You know what? In fact, let's play things a little safer and send a regular tank out. Oh yeah, I have animations off because I was just, again, doing some final battle testing. So if I put rocket here, yeah, that fully covers the front of the tank. You'll go here. Medium tank will be ready to rush in later. Oh, I have 2 medium tanks. So, yeah, I have a lander as well that I could use to... Yeah, okay, or maybe the lander should be rushing towards the HQ. Like, I could use the lander to unload medium tanks here, but I mean, hey, who says the lander can't do both? Let's go ahead and put you in that, and let's put in a mech. And yeah, you could go here. I'm gonna hold off a little, though, because first things first... I'm not used to having subs outside of Fog of War, in all honesty. But yeah, this sub's gonna go fire on this battleship. And yeah, not being a Max sub, this is doing quite a lot less than in the Max version of Max Strikes. However, at the same time, my own battleship's gonna be doing more. Here's the thing though, destroying one of Olaf's battleships is gonna give him Blizzard very quickly. Blizzard, I believe, is 30,000 to charge, and that's going to be like, yep, just barely not charged. This sub can still dive, though. It has a couple of battleships, but neither of them are in a really threatening position at the moment. Although, yeah, if I put my lander on that beach, it's probably going to get hit by the medium tank. I don't really want the medium tank to do that, so instead, how about we go down here for now? And everything else, yeah, I do remember that in the hard mode version of this map, you pretty much just build a whole ton of APCs on the shoreline and just let the battleships wail on them. It's pretty funny. And here, yeah, we can build stuff. And I suppose let's just show, even more that we are not Max by actually making artillery.
Behold! Gaze upon my wondrous army!
I'm so glad that's fully voiced. Yeah, so, it's a little different than the Max version by, like, 1 line, but it's mostly the same. So yeah, gotta make sure that I remember he's getting Blizzard next turn. Now, is this going to get one-shotted? I mean, if it does, I'm not totally fussed regarding technique. Okay, yeah, Andy just did the, like, the slight sideways pout rather than the angry face, which means that it wasn't getting one-shotted. Yeah, see, at this point, okay, the fact that Olaf can build more units does mean that I need to be a little concerned about power. See, I've only destroyed one. Oh, he only has 15, though. I'm still at, like, 2 kills being more than enough. Now, again, he's definitely getting Blizzard this turn, so gonna have to be prepared for the fact that I'm gonna get slowed down. Because the kind of main idea here is that as long as I damage that and just wait till his stuff gets away from the HQ, this is pretty much fine. This is a very, very early mission, so, yeah, it's kind of a little jarring to go back to it now. Maybe I should drop off the medium tank here. Artillery can't reach it. May slightly delay me getting to the HQ, but at the same time it also means that I give his units around the HQ more time to run away. So that dies. Now my own medium tank can rush in. So yeah, I have 2 around here. This guy can head forward. Oh, right, yeah, artillery. Let's not quite put our own medium tank in range of artillery just yet, although, I don't know. I mean, money actually does mean something on this map, but yeah, I suppose I'll put you out of range for now. Again, sending this artillery in forward just to prove that I'm not max, and I can get more tanks, but I may need a tank later. There's really not a whole lot of cities in the way for you to really capture to get more income on this map.
Let the winds of war bring snow.
I let that play out because we haven't seen this for a while.
Blizzard.
We're going to be seeing so many more blizzards in the near future, but at least it's not quite as bad as Olaf's powers in the second game. At the same time, though, I can probably, you know, I can safely afford to spoil this now. Olaf's on our side in the second game, so his blizzard powers are only going to be a good thing there. But if you're playing against him in War Room in Advance Wars 2, that's when you got to be careful of his blizzard powers in the second game. So yeah, they're all starting to move away from the HQ right now. Even the battleship. So I'm in a good position to make a rush for it. However, the snow is irritating. At least, like, in Dual Strike, so in Dual Strike, they changed Olaf quite a bit. You know what, I'm gonna go for it.
I'm all ripped.
You know, I'm actually wondering something about Hyper Repair. If you have a damaged unit in a transport, does it get repaired with Hyper Repair? I don't know if it actually does. Again, something that I just have to think about. But with this, unfortunately, I kind of got to put myself in range of that artillery because of the blizzard. I can destroy that. Okay, I'm gonna start moving this lander first. I want to see if there's any... No, only one thing can reach that tank right now, but I do have my own battleship, so, yeah, let's just go battleship into it first. This is going to finish you. I don't think the 6 HP battleship will finish this tank. But I suppose we'll end up finding out the hard way, potentially. Yeah, but now I can kind of advance into this little choke pointy thing with my own indirects. Including this new one that I have. More tanks go in. And yeah, these guys on the shore aren't really doing much. And this sub isn't going to really do much either. I suppose you can dive, because why not? But yeah, I was mentioning that they changed Olaf quite a bit in Dual Strike. So in Dual Strike, snow doesn't actually lower movement. All it does is double fuel consumption. It does mean that Olaf's powers make it snow for 2 days instead of 1 day in Dual Strike. And also, instead of, like, because ignoring the fuel penalty is just kind of a weak effect, they actually gave Olaf a 20% firepower bonus in the snow in Dual Strike. And because Blizzard's quite a fast charging power, Olaf can reasonably have Blizzard up almost all the time and have that 20% firepower bonus going, so weirdly, Olaf in Dual Strike is kind of more of an aggressive CO instead of a defensive stalling one. I don't like the fact that my march to the HQ is going to be a little delayed here, but also speaking of which, I'm going to be a little careful because he could very easily get a Blizzard again. If I land the mech there, though, it's going to be able to reach the HQ regardless, probably. Aha, my tank can attack from above. I'm not really used to playing Andy, though, and not really having the sheer power to break through lines like I'm used to. For example, that artillery that's right there, probably not going to get one-shotted by Andy's medium tanks. Yeah, not quite. Unless I get a ridiculously good luck roll. But with this, yeah, see, even weakened units, you still want to keep them around. Well, you especially want to keep them around if you're Andy, but you still want to keep them around because they can be quite good for chip damage. Now, okay, he doesn't quite have another Blizzard. Oh, this artillery can actually run right in there, and I feel like it's probably going to do okay if it does, just because, he doesn't really have a whole lot that can threaten it, and the AI is kind of a little bit dumb to think to move its infantry away and go in with better units instead. Okay, no, yeah, you, the weakened guy, is going to go there and block off that infantry, and you're just going to go here, so yeah, I've pretty much well and truly got this point locked down. And just, I mean, there's no real reason for me to keep my subs underwater at the moment, but, as Grit said, if he sends his subs under, then Olaf's gonna have problems. So let me just see how much fuel they got. Oh, their fuel's running a little low, but yeah. So that's like, the main way Olaf's Blizzard powers can be a little bit of a danger in Dual Strike is if you're reliant on subs, or they added a new unit in Dual Strike called the Stealth Fighter, or just Stealth, which is basically an air unit that's a sub. Like it works exactly the same way subs do. When it conceals itself, then I am really hoping the mech will be able to reach the HQ if Olaf gets Blizzard. I almost wonder if it's worth not even, like, attacking any of his units right now. Because, like, to be honest, I don't really need to. But, I mean, in general, killing off infantry is usually not that conductive to giving your opponent their power, because they're only worth 1,000 of charge. But, yeah, I'm going to do something a little weird here, just to make sure that my mech gets onto the HQ. I know this means that this thing gets hit by an artillery, but, like, yeah. I am actually just going to put you there so you can fire on more things. But yeah, I'm actually just going to not attack with anything up there, because I don't want him to get his power. It's kind of something that I learned from fighting against Sturm earlier, is that sometimes you want to hold back a little bit, just to make sure that your opponent doesn't get their power. I also thought that play with Eagle's Battlecopter, like deliberately sacrificing it a little bit just to make sure that I got Lightning Drive towards the end of the final battle, was also pretty cool. Okay, he was smart enough to move his artillery off of that base. Normally I'd be quite scared by that amount of Blue Moon artillery, but I'm not really right now. So yeah, I'll start getting this. Probably should have done it faster. I mean, I'm not sure if I really... Yeah, maybe I could have unloaded the medium tank up here sooner, but yeah. Olaf is going to get Blizzard this turn, but I'm not too fussed about that because I'm already on his HQ. So really the name of the game here is to, suppose... Yeah, I've got tons of indirects to try and, like... I don't even honestly want to break through here, because he has just too many artillery lying in wait. So I think right now, I think it's just best if I just kill off this one artillery. And yeah, just what I learned from Wings of Victory as well. Like, you don't want to, like, if killing enemies is not really conductive to your objective, then don't do it. Or at the very least, don't risk, like, more of your own units to do it. Because there's really no point in doing that if it's not going to serve any purpose. I'm pretty sure I already have power locked down. Might actually be a little bit of a problem if Olaf keeps building stuff, but I can make maybe a big push next turn and see if I can, actually kill off some things. So yeah, I'm not even close to another hyper repair, unfortunately. But, yep, almost forgot to build stuff. Yep, look at this giant Slowly growing horde of infantry back on my island. And here comes snow number 2.
The fury of
The fury of nope.
Blizzard.
When I was playing against my sister and brother-in-law and I was Olaf, I got beaten so badly that I actually got, like, Blizzard almost 3 turns in a row. It was really, it was just like, I was just like, I'm probably gonna have my power again, aren't I? Yep! Okay, now, again, I do want to see, like, in terms of his units, 25, so 3 should be enough. And I probably will be able to get 3. That only did 1 damage. I mean, I guess he does have the 10% defense bonus. Okay, let's see. If I get this one with the artillery, we'll need 1 more to finish that off. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Better idea. I can hit this transport that's carrying something, because that will give me 2 in one go. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's definitely, that's definitely 2. And now unfortunately, I don't finish that, which is a pain. But this will be 3, and I'm sure that's enough. Because that'd be enough if you built, 30 units. And there we go, that's pretty much everything. I'm not even bothered with tech. In fact, I haven't even lost anything. So in this case, like, building more things for technique would have been detrimental to me if this was Days of Ruin, as I've explained way earlier.
Victory!
Was that quicker on the max route? I'll have to go back and check my turn counts.
Oh yeah.
And he's savage towards Max even in this version. Yeah, the weird thing is that going this route actually does, in the original, did get you Max in the final battle.
Glad I could see this one through.
Really, Andy? You should be saving that pun for later, because there'll be a lot more sea battles in your future. Or Max's future, because I don't even know if you get the option to select characters for those. You probably do. I've actually since learned that extra multiplier on the points you get is actually exclusive to not playing on casual. But yeah, that is the Andy version of Max Strikes. It's a pretty easy mission, but then again, it is an early one. So, I will see you next time for a very interesting mission, because remember how I said that on the route that I played my main run of the campaign in, we got our first defend mission really late? Well, we're about to see what's actually supposed to be your first defend mission. See you all then.